Magadha Empire. Amongst the 16 Mahajanapadas, the kingdom of Magadha rose to prominence under a number of dynasties that peaked in power under the reign of Ashoka Maurya, one of India's most legendary and famous emperors. The kingdom of Magadha had emerged as a major power following the subjugation of two neighboring kingdoms, and possessed an unparalleled military. According to tradition, the Sangha Dynasty founded the Magadha Empire in 684 BC, whose capital was Rajagriha, later Pataliputra, near the present-day Patna. This dynasty was succeeded by the Sangha Dynasty. This period saw the development of two of India's major religions. Gautama Buddha in the 6th or 5th century BC was the founder of Buddhism, which later spread to East Asia and Southeast Asia, while Mahavira founded Jainism. This dynasty lasted till 424 BC, when it was overthrown by the Nanda Dynasty. The Nanda Dynasty was established by an illegitimate son of the king Mahanandan of the previous Sangha Dynasty. Mahapadmananda died at the age of 88, ruling the bulk of this 100-year dynasty. The Nandas were followed by the Maurya dynasty. It is said that rumors of the huge size of the Nanda army was in part responsible for the retreat of Alexander from India. In 321 BC, exiled General Chandragupta Maurya, under direct patronage of the genius of Chanakya, founded the Maurya dynasty after overthrowing the reigning king Dhanananda to establish the Maurya Empire. During that time, most of the subcontinent was united under a single government for the first time. Capitalizing on the destabilization of northern India by the Persian and Greek incursions, the Mauryan Empire under Chandragupta would not only conquer most of the Indian subcontinent, but also push its boundaries into Persia and Central Asia, conquering the Gandhara region. Chandragupta Maurya was influenced by the Jainacharya Bhadrabahu and he adopted Jainism. He is credited for the spread of Jainism in southern Indian region. Chandragupta was succeeded by his son Bindusara, who expanded the kingdom over most of present-day India, barring Kalinga and the extreme south and east, which may have held tributary status. Modern-day India is an image of the Mauryana, that tied all the peoples and cultures of the erstwhile separate kingdoms under one banner, and predicted a common destiny for all Indians, then mainly Hindus and Buddhists. The tradition was continued later by the Mughals and the British, who formed similar empires. Bindusara's kingdom was inherited by his son Ashoka the Great, who initially sought to expand his kingdom. In the aftermath of the carnage caused in the invasion of Kalinga, he renounced bloodshed and pursued a policy of nonviolence or ahimsa after converting to Buddhism. The Edicts of Ashoka are the oldest preserved historical documents of India, and from Ashoka's time, approximate dating of dynasties becomes possible. The Mauryan dynasty under Ashoka was responsible for the proliferation of Buddhist ideals across the whole of East Asia and Southeast Asia, fundamentally altering the history and development of Asia as a whole. Ashoka the Great has been described as one of the greatest rulers the world has seen. Ashoka's grandson Samprati adopted Jainism. He was influenced by the teachings of a great Jain Acharya Arya Suhasti. Following the lines of Ashoka, Samprati spread Jainism in many parts of this world and Indian subcontinent. It is said that Samprati built 1,25,000 Jain temples all over India, many of which are worshipped today as well. The Sangha Dynasty was established in 185 BC, about 50 years after Ashoka's death, when the king Brihadratha, the last of the Mauryan rulers, was brutally murdered by the then commander-in-chief of the Mauryan armed forces, Pushyamitra Sangha, while he was taking the guard of honor of his forces. Pushyamitra Sangha then ascended the throne. The Kanva dynasty replaced the Sangha dynasty, and ruled in the eastern part of India from 71 BC to 26 BC. The last ruler of the Sangha dynasty was overthrown by Vasudeva of the Kanva dynasty in 75 BC. The Kanva ruler allowed the kings of the Sangha dynasty to continue to rule in obscurity in a corner of their former dominions. Magadha was ruled by 4 Kanva rulers. In 30 BC, the southern power swept away both the Kanvas and Sungas, and the province of eastern Malva was absorbed within the dominions of the conqueror. Following the collapse of the Kanva dynasty, the Satavahana dynasty of the Andhra Kingdom replaced the Magadhan kingdom as the most powerful Indian state.